Hello everybody. I know it's been a while. It's been almost a year since I made a video. It's been even longer since I made a top 10. I've been busy, I've been sleeping a lot. I woke up from my hyperactive sleep recently. I don't know what's been going on the past year. If anyone wants to fill me in with the comments below, just let me know. But now that I'm awake, my juices are flowing. I'm about to create these masterpieces of art. We're gonna get into the top 10 wars. I've been wanting to make this for a few years, but I never got around to it, and now today's the day when I said, you know what? Today, I am making this video, and that's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. So today, I'm here to present the top 10 wars. So now, fellas, we're starting off with number 10, Mr. Clean versus Bob Ross. You see, now this war, it is how I treat these two individuals. They're the opposite sides of the same coin. They're both very powerful people, capable of many things. It's actually really hard to determine who's the winner. They're both non-existing in one way or another, but we just need to know. I would just like to know who would win. It's still ongoing as far as I know. Or actually, we will never know what the victor is because, they're both non-existent. They're both omnipotent beings. At this point, it might just go on forever. Number 9, we have Blizzard versus the internet. This is really old. That's how you know how long. That's how you can tell how long this video has been in the making. Blizzard, a few years ago, they were trying to delete the vanilla World of Warcraft servers, and it got the internet very angry. You see, because this company was praised, to have these quality of life games that everyone wanted to play and buy. But, they recently, as far as I've heard, they've been very greedy with their tactics of selling things. So this ultimately caused Blizzard Entertainment to, go down the shitter, and their reputation has been pretty bad as of recent. So I don't blame the people if they hate Blizzard, but I'm just gonna say, bro, they better fix up their stuff. I think the internet won this war because Blizzard, they came in, they're like, fine, we'll release a WoW Classic for you guys. Everyone is happy, but at the same time, that's still very, very tarnished Blizzard's reputation because they're retarded. They're very retarded, basically. Number 8, Jake Paul versus Walt Disney. This one also happened a few years back. It was actually a really funny war because, as per usual, Walt Disney is as powerful as they are. They just obliterated Jake Paul. They're like, bro, you're ruining us. We thought you were our allies, but you're like negative sub IQ caveman. So we're gonna have to delete you from existence, and that's exactly what happened. He got Thanos snapped. It just really be like that sometimes. Number 7, Muslims versus Trump. Now, this was very controversial back then. It happened a few years ago. It ended really quickly. Obviously Trump won, because he's the God Emperor. But basically, what happened was the Muslims, they wanted to migrate, and Trump was like, "Bro, the last thing we need is for you guys to start, killing everybody. So we're gonna have to put you in a safe bank and wait, for things to settle down." You see, the thing is about this war is that Trump, I think he was doing the right thing. People are gonna be like, "Oh, nah." I say to you, you're dumb. It's just that simple. Anyways, moving on. Number 6, EA versus Belgium. Now this war was spicy as hell. This was one of the more recent wars. But what happened was that EA, as per usual, very, very greedy, very retard, as they like to say. They're like, oh yes, we can make money, oy voy, and stealing all the shekels from the people that want to buy their season passes and shit for sports games. And, recently they've had a breaking point because of, the loot boxes getting out of hand, everyone getting mad at it, and we're noticing that it's not a good idea. And so, a lot of other countries in the world, they implemented this ban. They're like, okay, you guys have to stop doing loot boxes, alright? It's against the law because, it's gambling laws at this point. And Belgium was one of those countries. And so all the other developers, they cave in, they're like, okay, fine, it's just a prank. EA, though, these people, I'll give them credit, they had balls, but the way they handled it was the most Papega shit ever. They were just like, no, we're not gonna turn off loot boxes, it's part of the game experience. How are we gonna do that? And because of that, Belgium, they're like, well, fellas, I'm gonna have to do an investigation. We can't let this slide, and EA's getting bodied. I don't think I've seen the outcome of this war, but as far as I know, We, you know, it's just life be like that. You know, if you're that dumb, you get bodied. Anyways, next one. Number 5, Greece versus EU. Now, this war has been in an infinite stalemate forever. You see, what happened was that Greece, they were like, all right, we're going to be part of the EU, and at EU at this point, you know, very scummy people. They're like, all right, we're just gonna freeze you in time. Like literally, the economy of Greece is frozen in time, and they can't do anything out of it. And they've been in a locked fight ever since. EU, you know, they're just sitting back, camping, just chilling, turtling out Greece for infinite years until they, I guess, wither away or whatever. You know, it's just gonna be at a stalemate. EU is chilling, raking in the dough, while Greece is suffering with a frozen in time economy. You know, EU, they're just chilling, bro. They're just turtling the fuck out of Greece. It's probably the best turtling I've seen in like anything. Period. It's A1 shit. I'll give you credit for that. Number 4, Venezuela versus inflation. Now, this is a very powerful war. It's something that, even if you think it ended, is still gonna come back. Inflation is like bodying Venezuela right now. Like, Venezuela can't do shit. But it's still an ongoing war. You know, Venezuela, you know, they're the underdogs. They're trying to fight back. I believe in them, you know. They can combat inflation. There's a bunch of other problems surrounding it. But, you know, inflation, I feel like they can get rid of it. But, you know, as for now, bro, inflation is just fucking them in the butthole, bro. That shit is fucked, bro. You know? Condolences to them. Number 3, the Empire of Japan versus America. Now, this was a pretty powerful war. You know, it ended eons ago, I know that. But, dude, America bodied them. It bodied them so much that they're just not even the Empire anymore. They're just Japan. You know, to have that much of a powerful impact on them, it's just like, I can't even fathom just how, you know, how godlike that was, you know, because of the horrible things that they've done, you know. I guess, in a sense, it was justified, but still, like, god damn, America did some shit to them, you know, fucked them up, scribbled them up, put some soy sauce on that shit, and just ate it, bro. Like, god. Alright, number 2. Michaelman versus Riot Games. Now, sadly, this one, it was one of the more tragic losses. Like, I hate how this ended up. But this war was one of the most important wars in human history. You know, I'll never forget seeing this war happen to my very eyes. So, Michaelman, you know, I was allied with. You know, we were trying to get his account back by Riot Games, because Riot Games just banned him. They're like, bro, you did some stuff, we're gonna delete you. They just snapped him from existence. And so he was fighting back hard. Like, he emailed them, did whatever he possibly could to get his stuff back. But like I said, it was a very tragic loss. Michaelman, he never got his League of Legends account back. And you know, to this day, it's been a few years, we're still just suffering in defeat, just sitting there like, wow, this is what it's come to. It's over, you know. But it's okay, you know, we're standing strong. There's like, as much as we say, as much as we, like, how can I say this? As much as we, you know, like, don't like Riot Games and all that, as much as we are suffering in this day of defeat, a day that we'll never forget, it's important to remember that League of Legends is a shitty game. And, you know, these people, they just want your money. So, you know, it's okay. You know, as much as we suffered in this defeat, we will grow from it and continue from it. Now, we're on to the number 1 war. This war is probably, undoubtedly, the best war in existence, period. It is Keemstar versus the world. Now, this shit was powerful because he 1v'd 7 billion to the world, and he won. You know, because everyone was like, oh no, Keemstar, no, you're doing all this stuff. And Keemstar literally backed with a 50-minute video, and that video ended the war. That video is probably one of the most influential videos in humankind as of modern history. Because even if people still hate Keemstar to this day, he bodied the world. That thing you can't deny. He won. He got his channel back. That fact that he's still growing and stuff, that proves that he won the war. Even though he was the underdog of that war too. This was an underdog story, textbook definition. He was getting destroyed. He was about to shut down his YouTube channel and everything, but he rose from the grave. He rose from the grave, my niggas. He came back and was like, dude, all this shit that you're saying is false. I'll admit to some things, you know, because we are humans, we all have flaws, and we all do things that we regret. But this hive mind, it's false, and I can prove that to you. And that's exactly what he did, and he just bodied the whole world single-handedly. I think that's a victory for the ages, stories to come. This is a legend that we will never forget in modern human history. And that, my friends, that has been Top 10 Wars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll try to make more videos in the future. This has been the Cheese Top 10s.